It's a big win for us, and I think that we always say that they're all big. But, you know, you look at this series 4-game set, to lose 2 in the win column and the winner or in the loss column and come out of it to salvage a split, I think is huge for us. And now we get to go back home, and yeah, we'll get these guys again next week, but we'll get it going, you know. But to see the life in the 9th inning and to see what Julio did today, there were some good things.
You mentioned Julio, another tremendous start from your starting staff, and him in particular in his debut.
It was great. It was good to get him back and just watch him go out there and compete. And we've talked about it. You know, it starts with starting pitching, and I know that our bats will come around. And we hit some balls hard this series. Really didn't get a whole lot to show for it. So to find a way to scratch out a win again and score some runs late, that was big. And the guys in the pen did a great job. And even for Kenley to take the ball in that 9th inning in a tie game says a lot. You know, to his unselfishness in helping us win a baseball game.
And what does it say about this team after a deflating loss last night to come back and put together a 10th inning in the manner in which they did?
It says a lot about the character, and you know, we know how talented we are. We know we're going to play well. We know we're going to win baseball games. So even coming in today, the only focus was to win a baseball game, and obviously you see we use a lot of players today, and so in a lot of different roles, and there's a lot of unselfish players in there. So today's a good day, and we look forward to a happy flight.
Why would you ever pinch run Stripling for Gonzo?
You know what? I was torn, but you know, I think in a foot race I'd bet on Strip.
Did Ross tell you he was a wide receiver in high school? Did you know about his
No, I didn't. I didn't know about his short-lived football career. But yeah, again, right there, I thought about it at second base with nobody out. Base hit, you got to make sure you're going to score, so there's no reason to pinch run Gonzo there or strip. But then if there was an out, I was going to pinch run him with 1 out. And right there at third base, a medium fly ball, I want to take a chance with strip, and because if there is an out, we don't send Adrian, then there's a double play, then we're out of the inning. So that's why that was my mindset. But it was good to see Strip get in there and get an at bat too.
And you had said that tolls had been pressing in your mind, but to come through in that particular at bat against a left-hander, what did you see in that at bat?
You know what, Tolls, he's not afraid of the moment, the big spot, and he's going to swing his way out of it. You know, he's a hitter first, and you know, I think that it gets frustrating sometimes when you do square baseballs up and you get nothing, and you start looking at the scoreboard and you see your average continue to go down. But for him, put that at bat, stick his nose in there, that was a big hit.
Dave, how many players had the instincts that Chase had in that situation, trying to get an insurance run to tag up on a play like that?
It's you know, that inning, I think that if you can look back, you know, it started with Chase as far as that play, very heads up and by the book. You know, when there's a ball foul, you want to tag up, and obviously the way he saw Buster, how he caught the baseball back to him and going away from the home plate to tag and make him make a perfect throw, heads up. But throughout the inning, we took the extra bases, we were back on line drive, so there was a lot of good things that we did that inning. But yeah, Chase is a heck of a baseball player, and he does a lot of things to help you win.
Dave, what specifically do you like about Julio's outing?
I think that I like the efficiency. I liked the change was good. Started losing it, the command of the change in the 5th and the 6th inning, but I thought the change was very good. I thought the life to the fastball, and his breaking ball was good. So, you know, he's got such great composure on the mound, and it's good to see him back out there and give us that quality start.
In that 6th inning, when you walked Posey intentionally, was that a pretty easy decision? You know, he has been hit. It was hit at 370, but hasn't been driving in runs. You have the young kid behind him.
It was an easy decision to walk Posey. I think the thing that I kind of thought through was I going to go to Fields against Arroyo? But you know, at that point in time, Julio was 5 2/3. I liked where his pitch count was, and you know, this is a chance. Sometimes you've got to let pitchers, young pitchers, veteran pitchers, try to find their way a little bit. And in that situation, I wanted Julio to get Arroyo, and once he didn't, then I went to the pen.
And just out of curiosity, when you look at a team right now, you guys played like 23 games, and you guys are a game under 500. How would you evaluate where the team is when it's only the end of April?
I think that, you know, the way that we've sort of been inconsistent with the entire, you know, the different facets of the game, and to still find ourselves a game under 500, I think we're in a good place. I really do. And it's a long season. When you're not playing your best baseball, to stay right there status quo around 500. I think that's a good thing. That's what good teams do.
Does it also help too when you play like a rival like the Giants to kind of keep the focus maybe a little bit more than when you play some other opponents?
You know what? I think that we have so much respect for those guys, and we know they're going to be there in the end. But I think our guys, regardless of the opponent, really have a certain way of playing, preparing, and focusing. So, yeah, it was a hard-fought series. I know that they celebrated the wins against us, and this one feels good.
What did you like about Avilan in that matchup with Posey?
I thought that Avi was throwing the ball well, and I thought that with Avilan, with where we were at, Avi could put the baseball on the ground. And so, you know, sometimes it's not always a left versus right. It's who I felt at that point in time had the best chance to put Buster on the ground. And even in that inning, he had a couple hits, but they were ground balls.
Right.
So I thought Avi's been throwing the baseball really well.
He's got that changeup.
He's got the changeup and he's got a sinker.